Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're just going to be loading up some MW3, and it's been almost a year since the final season, final moments of MW3's life cycle. So as BO6's life cycle is coming to the end, I'd just like to load up the game and see what BO6 could have learned from MW3 and maybe why BO6 post-launch fell off so hard. So, yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, first match here, and we are on Favela. Alright. It's also nice to remember that in this game, it launched with all remastered maps. Like, that's something that I do often forget about with MW3, is that all the maps that it launched with were, you know, they're just remakes. They're not remakes, they're remasters. And which I don't mind. I really don't mind because MW3 was kind of shoehorned in. Oh, and I just kind of get shit on there. I'm feeling odd with this movement, bro. Like no omni movement, like. But this is still clean, like yeah. No, I'm moving around and stuff. And I feel nice doing this. But yeah, no, like every map when this game came out was just a remastered Modern Warfare 2 map. So, like, it's not that, like, it's not inherently bad that they did that because I feel like them making their launch content, you know, remastered and basically unfucking what MW2 did to the game and like the game engine. I think that was good because then they could put focus on their post-launch content, which is really what this game like is known for and what a lot of people say and bring up whenever they talk about this game is that the post-launch support is honestly top-notch and honestly just is a new standard to kind of what post-launch in a Call of Duty should be, especially in the you know, free title update, you know, era of COD, where I say that they did really good. They did it because they had the weekly challenges. I did not mean to pop that. That is so my bad. But what's called? Yeah, weekly challenges. You know, weekly aftermarket part that, you know, shifts up how the gun is. And there's the fact that this game just had full on, you know, carry forward. Carry forward was also, you know, in this game, which was like, okay, now everything that I did for MW2 goes into MW3, which is like, okay, yeah, people already complain that the games feel, you know, too similar already, so you might as well, you know, meld the games into, yeah. I don't know, the visibility in this game feels weird to me. Like, I can't really see people. Or at least I feel like I can't see people. I feel like people are kind of melding into the environment here. Like, holy. And I didn't even hear him, so maybe that's just my bad, but you know, I enjoyed this game, but I didn't play a lot of it, which is unfortunate. Because I didn't even see that guy, damn. Okay, yeah, that's my bad. But you know, I didn't really play this game. Like, I want to say I had about 20 days on Modern Warfare 3, 20 days on Modern Warfare 2, 10 days on MW3, and then I have about 30 days on BO6. So, kind of already show you which ones I like. But I liked MW3. It's just, I don't know, playing it, something's off. I feel like the skill-based matchmaking of the game kind of took it down for me, like a couple of notches. But, you know, the game feels clean. The game feels nice to, you know, move around. Feels nice to shoot. I don't feel like really. I feel like the TTK is also pretty good. Like, I'm not killing people too slow. I don't feel like I'm dying too fast for the game, but I also don't feel like, you know, it's taking forever for me to kill people like in BO4. And oh yeah, the perk system was different in this game too, because it was the gear and stuff, and then you also had your your vests. Yeah, the vests were cool. I like the vests. Wow, I'm actually doing nice in this game. No, not really. I'm just doing an average game, but or I'm having an average game, but yeah, no, the perk system in this game it was interesting. I gotta say I liked it for what it was. Definitely better than MW2's perk system, I'm sorry, but they're a game where you have to wait for your, like, I'm sorry, like, for a 10-minute match, like, I don't want to have to wait to use the perks that I selected, you know, in-game, that I, like, leveled up and unlocked. So, the MW3's perk system is definitely, like, an improvement, but you can only go up from rock bottom, I guess. I don't really know why I have stims on when I have the, compression carrier on. Oh, damn, that was nice. And then, yeah, the carry forward in this game. So, I don't know, the carry forward in this game, like, it's just, I don't know, it was not really anything to write home about when I, like, played for the first time. It's like, okay, I can use my MW2 and 3 guns, but it's like, what else? Like, they weren't really good, they weren't really balanced to be usable in MW3, in my opinion at least. Like, I didn't really see anyone running around with them, I didn't see anybody, you know, saying that these were meta guns and stuff like that, and it was the same in Warzone. And I think that's something that, no, we lost anyways, damn. I did, I went 25 and what? I had a 5 KD, nice. Alright, but, yeah, I went 25 and 5. And we're on bait here. Oh my god, I didn't even see that guy, but it's my bad. But we're on bait here, and this was I think this was season 5 of MW3. And just once again, like, this is a really, honestly, really good, like, post-launch map and nice original map. Yeah, like, this was just kind of a fun map, and we've kind of been getting stinkers for BO6's post-launch too. And, oh, that's the Godzilla skin. Yeah, like, even the post-launch maps for BO6, I've been liking them, and I've been liking the... Okay, that was a little bit of lag. I don't know if you guys saw that, but... Yeah, no, this is, like... Sorry, what was I just talking about? Yeah, the post-launch maps for BO6, I don't know, they've been 50-50. Like, dealership, like, I like dealership. But there's a couple of other ones that just aren't really, you know, they don't feel like Black Opsy. They feel Modern Warfare, and I feel like that's why this, like, changed to, like, the universal engine. Oh my god, I'm not doing well to this game. But what's cool, I feel like this change to the universal engine has been, you know, kind of the downfall of COD, because now each COD, you know, everyone already said that they, you know, feel similar beforehand, but now this is like truly they are all the same. And I guess the reason why, you know, you could feel like a difference between MW2 and MW3 if you did it all, because I guess some people didn't, was that, you know, they were fixing the movement and stuff, so the movement had to be, like, all better. Like, this game, you know, just feels and flows better than MW2, that, you know, snooze fest of a game. And, like, this game just feels different, but I feel like people came from MW3, which is a really, like, fast, like, really, you know, good... Oh, wow, I completely forgot about those mines, so I'm so happy those are not a kill streak anymore. But, yeah, like, so people, you know, we're already on a fast-paced COD, and then there's BO6, who was just, it was just, you know, more of the same, and it was more fast-paced. And, oh, that's my teammate, okay. And that's an enemy, okay. But yeah, I just feel, I don't know, but I don't know, this is fun so far. And then yeah, aftermarket parts, those were really cool. You got like one every week. I guess BO6 kind of has them with like their attachment mods, but like you get them through events or just the armory. So it's like, it's not really, you know, anything good. It's like they just come out, you know, every once in a while. They come out like mid-season and stuff. It's not like, okay, you know, at the launch of the season I'll see it, and then I'll see it like kind of, I'll be like anticipating each week, and then aftermarket parts were really cool because it's like you knew that they were coming every week, and you knew you had something to play with each week. And BO6's, I don't know, they've kind of been like, they don't come out as often. They're not really as cool or that, you know, game changing. And I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like the monolithic suppressor is kind of like in that game an aftermarket part, but like it just came out in the battle pass. It's just an attachment. So yeah, and then like the full auto SVD came out in the American Dad event or whatever. But it's like, yeah, we knew the American Dad event was going to be there, but it's there like every week. And then either way, I was just going to the armory. But yeah, no, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like, you know, they have anything planned up. Like, I don't know. For BO6, it just kind of feels like, I don't know. Like, they didn't have any post-launch content queued up, and they're just doing it as we go. But I know that's not what they're doing. So it's like, what are they doing, or what have they been doing? Because the game's had 4 years of dev time. But either way, this is about MW3, and this game also had, I think this game also had a superior Warzone to BO6. To BO6's Warzone. I think BO6's Warzone was like at one point, like during seasons 1 and 2, I believe that like version of Warzone was perfect. Perfect. Minus the cheater. Maybe fix up a little bit of weapon balancing. I feel like that would have been the perfect incarnation of Warzone to continue playing on. But then the thing is, like, they ended up, trying to go back, to the OG, the Verdansk stuff, and then I think they wanted, like, they also had Avalon fully ready, and then they had to pivot to Verdansk. I feel like Treyarch just got so swamped with so much changing, values within COD. Well, not values, but, like, you know, changing goals within, the COD studios. Damn it, we still lost. But, yeah, I just feel like a lot of stuff got pushed to the side and they had to change like mid thing because Avalon was supposed to be the new Warzone map, not we all know Avalon was supposed to be the new map and not Verdansk, but because they wanted Avalon to come out season 1, and then they were saying, okay, no, now we want Verdansk to come out season 1, but then they had to push back Verdansk to season 3. And then they ended up having Area 99 come out, season 1, which was a really good map, actually, by the way, which still, hasn't coming back. Hasn't come back. Raven Software, what have you done to it? You said it would come back. But, like, I don't know, like, those first 2 seasons where they, still had a lot of the quality of life improvements of MW3 and, like, when Urzikstan was still in the game. And like, why did they revert Urzikstan back to launch Urzikstan, with BO6's launch, by the way? Like, I don't get that. Like, you could have just kept Superstore. I guess it was because, BO6 was coming, or Verdansk was coming back, but there's really no point in it. And then, like, I was also looking at calling cards and stuff, and I look at it and I kind of go, okay, like, there was clearly supposed to be in, like, rotation at the same time Verdansk and Urzikstan, because you can see that in the, like, calling cards, that, like, you're the master of Urzikstan and Verdansk. So I feel like they were going to let us play Urzikstan and Verdansk, at the same time. I feel like they were just going to add in a map rotation. But I feel like they're also still on like the old gen stuff. But I don't know. MW3's Warzone also just felt better, in my opinion, from BO6's, because they were just focused on the MW3 guns. Like, the MW2 guns, despite the carry forward and despite them being in the game, they were dog shit. Like, throughout all of Warzone, like that Warzone year, they were dog shit. And I didn't like using MW2 weapons. I don't think there was a single time where I was like, okay, an MW2 weapon is meta. I might be wrong. I might just be misremembering. There might have been a crazy meta MW2 gun during MW3's Warzone cycle, but I still remember it. And like, I just felt like that put such more of an emphasis on MW3's guns and gave it more of a reason to play MW3. Compared to BO6, which has the MW3 and MW2 guns, and I don't feel like a lot. Well, I feel like now, at least, now there's a pretty open meta amongst the BO6 guns, but I feel like, especially because right now this is the LC10 like Cypher meta, I feel like, like I can't run an MW2 or an MW3 gun because they're just better. Like the BO6 guns that are meta are just completely, blow the MW2 guns out of the water. Like, even if they are semi-meta, I feel like, they're just getting, like, pushed back into the, like, not out of the, yeah, they're just pushed out of the spotlight. And, like, I get it, it's, like, prioritize the BO6 weapons, But like a lot of the BO6 weapons, in my opinion, just aren't even that usable. Like can't use the like a lot of the snipers because I don't think a lot of them, you know, one shot to the head. Um, and like who's using the SVD? Like who is actually using the SVD? Um, and I just feel like a lot of the BO6 weapons are just so underpowered compared to some of their counterparts. Like there's one or two really good um there's one or two really good like weapons in the class that just everybody runs, and the rest are kind of just pushed to the back line. Where is this guy, dude? I know there's a guy back here. Okay, maybe I'm just freaking losing it. But yeah, I'll say with that, that is the end of my revisit to MW3. And you know, I think if I were to give this like, oh, I got a vote there for a minute, for a poll there for a minute. But yeah, I'd say that's the my MW3 review. Or not my MW, that's the end of my, you know, MW3 revisit. And I'd say, you know, MW3, despite it being like touted as, you know, a DLC, like a, you know, an $80 DLC for a game, I'd say through its post-launch content, it like, you know, made the game. Like it has, you know, it brought in new maps, old maps, like games from the, like maps from the last game, you know, and then it also had like map variants and stuff. Like I know there's the whole joke, like where's all the shipments? Yeah, all 8 versions of shipment in the game. But I'd say that this is a pretty fun game, and now coming back to it, you know, a year after its life cycle has kind of ended, I'd give it like a solid like 8. Like I'd say this is like Cold War level fun, but on the IW engine, like the IW9 engine. So yeah, with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.